Donald Trump just stood before the Israeli Knesset, calling this moment the golden age of the Middle East. But behind the applause, behind the headlines, lies a chilling truth. This wasn't a speech about peace. It was a speech about power. After 2 years of bloodshed and loss, hostages finally came home. Families reunited, a fragile ceasefire held. And Trump, ever the showman, swooped in to take the victory lap. He praised faith, hope, and God's will. But then, in the very next breath, he crossed a line that stunned even seasoned diplomats. "Hey, Mr. President," he said to Israel's head of state, "why don't you give Netanyahu a pardon?" A pardon for Benjamin Netanyahu, a man indicted for bribery, fraud, and breach of trust. And the chamber erupted in applause. Think about that for a second. Trump, a man who spent years railing against accountability, who's been indicted 4 times himself, used a moment of peace to push for impunity. Because to Trump, justice isn't sacred. It's negotiable. Let's call this what it is. I'm not diplomacy, but projection. Trump's plea for Netanyahu's pardon wasn't just about Israel. It was a mirror, a test run for his own redemption arc. He's planting the idea that corruption is excusable. If you're strong enough, loved enough, useful enough, and the timing, convenient. As reports revealed, not all hostages were actually home, some still in Gaza, some bodies unrecovered. Trump painted himself as the peacemaker, the savior, the man who ended terror. But here's what he won't say. This golden age he's selling comes wrapped in self-interest. Because every handshake, every cheer, every headline about Trump the peacemaker chips away at the memory of Trump the insurrectionist. We've seen this play before. He did it in North Korea, photo ops with dictators. He did it in Saudi Arabia, weapons deals disguised as friendship. And now he's doing it again, turning war into spectacle, turning diplomacy into campaign fuel. And when Knesset Speaker Amir Ohana called Trump a colossus, comparing him to Cyrus the Great, and vowed to nominate him for the Nobel Peace Prize, you could practically hear the campaign ads being written. They're not hiding it. They're building a myth where Trump isn't the man who divided America, but the man who saved the Middle East. A myth where crimes don't count if the crowd claps loud. Enough, let's be clear. Real peace isn't born from flattery. Real peace isn't declared in front of cameras while others still mourn their dead. When Trump calls this the end of an age of terror, remember, this isn't about the Middle East finally healing. It's about Donald Trump rewriting his own story before November. Because when he says the forces of chaos stand defeated, what he really means is, look at me. I'm the hero again, but the truth? The chaos never left, he just changed its stage. So here's the question, do we let him rewrite history again? Do we let him turn peace into propaganda? Do we let him erase accountability for himself, for Netanyahu, for anyone who abuses power and calls it faith? Because democracy doesn't die overnight. It dies in applause. It dies in the moments we stop asking questions. Donald Trump calls this a golden age. But real leaders don't crown themselves in gold. They earn trust. Through truth, through justice, through humility. And that's something Donald Trump will never understand. We see the show. We see the spin. And we're not buying it. Stay loud. Stay sharp. Stay informed. Because the fight for truth isn't over. It's just beginning.